How's it going, everyone?
Yo, it's Mr. Coolcop 200, Mr. Bangman 100, and today
we're going to be doing a review of X-Men Days of Future Past, which we just saw about an hour ago.
It's the second or third one, I'm not sure.
I think it's the third.
I don't
100% sure.
We don't really follow the X-Men stories because, like, obviously we see more films now than we did previously because they're better, we're older, so we can see more films. We saw this one. We don't know much about the story, do we?
I think it was a while ago when the last X-Men films came out.
Yeah. So like, we didn't know anything about the story. So, considering we haven't got any background knowledge about anything, we found it really good. Like, basically, the plot is that there's the humans everyone's human, but the normal people, they create a machine, multiple machines to basically destroy these mutants which have powers and stuff. And basically they don't want to die, obviously, because no one wants to die. And they go back in time and try and stop someone getting killed, which prevents these monsters being invented. It's quite complicated. I think it'd be harder to explain here. I think it would be easier to watch the film yourself.
Yeah. Oh, spoilers. You're reading the title. If you haven't watched this film, then don't watch this video.
Yeah, I'd watch the film first, because firstly, half the stuff we're going to talk about you probably won't understand anyway, and secondly, there are spoilers. So, spoiler alert, I suppose.
So, have you really explained the plot enough? Or?
Well, yeah, so do you want to explain
some of our favourite scenes, maybe?
I wouldn't say... Okay. There's one scene which I found quite funny, and Wolverine goes back in time because he's the only one that can physically cope with going back that far. And
back to 1973, so quite a while back.
And he meets a younger version of Charles, who is like the main guy. Well, not the main character, but the main guy in the X-Men sort of group. And he meets him. He's a bit of an asshole, and he asks.
At first.
Yeah, Wolverine asks him for help, and Charles is just like, "I'm going to tell you what you told me a long time ago," and he just says, "Fuck off." So.
Love that line. I don't know why.
Considering it's a 12A, I didn't expect that, but it's there. Yeah, that was pretty. That was a pretty funny scene. So I think the comedy element helps it, but
there's not much comedy. But there's some bits and pieces.
I think it lightens the film a little more, because if it was just all serious or fighting, then it might get a bit kind of boring and repetitive. But the fact that they put some tiny bit of comedy in just improves the whole.
You know, another scene I really liked.
What?
When what's his name? The one with the grey long hair. Is it? What's his name?
Oh, the fast guy.
I can't remember his name, but the one who's like really fast and he's got like grey hair. There's a scene where the guards all they all point guns,
in the room,
and he's just running really fast, and it's like in really slow motion.
They've just taken, basically what they've done is they've rescued this guy who's going to help them stop the people making these robots, basically, and they rescue him, and then a door opens, and then loads of the guards come in, and basically it turns into really slow-mo, but this one guy who can move really fast is running quite fast. He's running around the walls.
And when he just when there's like the pan, and he just gets a bit of like the sauce and licks it.
Yeah, just takes it on his finger.
And then there's like a bullet flying in the air, and he
moves the bullets, and then he sort of moves the guns, moves the people's hands.
Moves the guy's fist, so it punches their face.
Yeah. So that means when you see the shot in real time, it basically, the guards knock themselves out, kill themselves, and the bullet miss, because they've just shot all of them, basically. This fast guy.
I think it was about to hit Charles. And
he just moved it completely. It was a really good scene, actually. I like the way they've done it was really clever, and I like the effects there. But I think we're rambling on a bit too much. Do you like the film?
Definitely, really.
Considering we don't know much about the X-Men story.
I like the way how it switches from future to past.
Yeah.
And, you get to see both points of view.
Definitely. That's a really good
There's a lot of that.
addition. Yeah. And also the fact that you can enjoy the film and know what's happening without having to watch all the other X-Men films. I really like that, because it means that people like
we didn't know.
Jackson couldn't we weren't there just sitting what the hell's happening. We knew the basic storyline, so that's sort of
Yeah, well, I have seen the other one, at least one of the others, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, I think I've seen the first one, but I can't remember the story at all.
No.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I think I'd give it 9.5 out of 10. What do you think?
That.
Yeah.
Also,
really
the I can't remember her name again, but the blue woman.
Oh, Mystique. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was her later name.
And I like the way she can just shapeshift into other people.
Yeah, that's really good. Obviously she's main part of the film, but I think the way that she is trying to kill this guy, which would create this war eventually, and the main goal of these other people who went back in time and found the others, basically, their goal is to stop her from killing this man.
The story might be a bit complicated to follow at first, but once you get into it, you can understand it quite well.
I think it would help if you watch the X-Men films, but it's certainly not necessary.
No, it's not
if you haven't, then don't worry about watching them first.
So as a sequel, it's brilliant, and as a standalone film, it's also brilliant.
It's also really good, yeah.
We're judging it really as a standalone film.
Yeah, but I assume that it'd be a really good sequel. Obviously, you might want to check some other reviews on YouTube, I don't know, because there's more likely to be people who've watched other X-Men films, and they can talk about it more in terms of the main storyline. But as a standalone film, it is really brilliant.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think that we've pretty much reached the end. Is there anything else you want to say?
Oh, it's funny when at first Wolverine's entering the house, and he's like what's his name again? One with the shades, and he's like, no, go away, I don't know you. And he's like opening the door, he's like, where's the professor? And then the guy's just like, oh, could you get out of here? And this, that's
and then he turns into the blue guy and he sort of rages at him. And then he's hanging on the chandelier, and he's upside down. It's like it looks as though he's about to batter Wolverine. But then the professor comes out. He's like, what are you doing? And it's quite funny.
On the ending where Wolverine, this is a spoiler, does go underwater and we think he's drowning, isn't
it? We don't know what's happening, because obviously he's still in the present world, but he's dying in the past world, so it's a bit confusing. You don't know what's
going to happen. There's a scene where it switches to like a view of the future, or present, actually. Yeah. And they got holding Wolverine's head while he's in his past form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he suddenly just jumps up and starts doing random arm movements.
Raging with his claws.
And I think he cuts...
he cuts the woman who was,
again, we don't know the names. We're terrible.
Yeah, we're not very good. I think for the names it would help to know the basic storyline of X-Men, but can't help it, can we? So
that's really it. Overall, I get that about a 9.5 out of 10.
Yep,
Excellent
same
film.
Here. Yeah, would recommend it. There will be more reviews in the future, especially during this summer, because we have seen a few adverts at the cinema that we would want to watch.
Such as Transformers 4 and Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, so definitely look out for them. And also the In-Betweeners movie, but we don't know when.
We don't know what number 2. We don't know when it's going to be.
Yeah. So.
But until our next review, which will probably be TF4.
I think that'll probably be most likely. No, we're doing Postman Pat the movie, obviously, man. Yeah, what you on about, man? I mean, come on.
That looks terrible. Seriously. But that's really it. So
thanks for watching. See you later.